Location: outer space. Professor Robby Dash is sitting on a leather rolling chair playing on his golden tablet, but it is no ordinary tablet. It is a dimension-hopping time traveling tablet. He sighs. Going through random places in space and time sure can be lonely. Robby stands up and checks his computer screen for any anomalies, as if he is looking for an excuse to take a break so he can finally socialize. He plops back down on his chair. This sucks rotten eggs, he pouts. Why can't anything interesting ever happen? Suddenly, a large bang noise is heard. He checks out the window and notices that a meteor has grazed and slightly damaged his green mini-space ship. A blue planet slowly appears to be close by. Robby Dash smiles. I think it's time we make a quick little pit stop.
The Adventures of Robby Dash. The Day of the Dash. Created by Robert Mitchell.
As soon as Robby Dash stepped out of his time-traveling portal, he knew something was off. The world around him looked different, yet familiar. He saw two teenagers walking towards him, each with their own unique style. One girl had bright pink hair and a red leather jacket, while the other, a boy with blue hair, wore a black hoodie with stars printed all over it. They both caught his eye. But what really drew his attention was the way they moved, fluidly, like they were gliding across the ground. Like a slight levitation.
Hey there!
Called out the one with pink hair, waving enthusiastically.
Hi there, are you here for the Time Travelers Convention?
Robby hesitated for a moment before nodding. Yeah, I just arrived. Do you guys know where it is? Pink hair grinned mischievously.
We can show you! But first, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Nova, and this is my best friend, Orion.
Orion gave a small wave, his eyes shy but also sparkling with curiosity.
So you're a time traveler? That's pretty cool.
Robby smiled, feeling a sense of belonging among these two kindred spirits. Yeah, I love exploring different eras, but enough about me. Tell me more about yourselves. Nova and Orion sat cross-legged with Robby on the grassy hillside, gazing up at the stars even though it was daytime. The stars were twinkling above them like diamonds scattered across the velvet expanse of the sky. The air was alive with the sweet scent of blooming wildflowers, and the soft breeze carried the distant hum of crickets and rustling leaves. As they settled into their favorite spot, Nova and Orion eagerly shared stories of their lives in the present day.
So, I just finished this amazing cosplay of Yite Lagami from Notes of Death.
Nova exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement as she flipped through her phone album.
I spent weeks perfecting every detail, the intricate folds of his school uniform, the sharp creases in his trousers, even the subtle gleam of his glasses.
Orion nodded intently, his own passion for coding evident in his animated expression.
Man, that sounds really rad. I've been working on this new algorithm to optimize my latest project. It's all about creating a more efficient way to parse complex data sets. It's so satisfying when everything perfectly clicks into place.
I couldn't agree more, Robby replied. I love technology in general, from my spaceship to a highly advanced iPhone or even a PSP, really. As they talked, Nova couldn't help but notice the vibrant colours dancing before her eyes whenever Orion and Robby spoke about their work. She and Orion had synesthesia. It makes them see colours whenever people mention things that were important to them. Whenever Orion discussed his beloved coding projects, the air around him shimmered with a brilliant rainbow hue.
Hey, Robby, do you ever get, visual sensations when people talk about stuff they care about?
Nova asked hesitantly. hoping she wasn't alone in her strange experience. Robby's face lit up with understanding. "All the time," he replied, grinning mischievously. "Whenever someone mentions something they're really passionate about, I see these gorgeous, amazing swirling patterns of light, colour, and magic. It's like their emotions manifest visually."
Really?
Orion and Nova both asked excitedly. Robby smirks. "Nope, I'm colourblind." They all have a hearty, wholesome laugh together. As they walked to the convention centre, Robby found himself feeling increasingly comfortable around them. It wasn't every day that he met others who understood what it was like to see the world differently. When they arrived at the convention, Robby was blown away by the sights and sounds of people from all timelines mingling together. There were steam-powered robots, cybernetic enhancements, and even a few time-traveling animals. Amidst the chaos, Nova and Orion expertly navigated the crowds, introducing Robby to various friends and acquaintances. At one point, they stumbled upon a group of performers dressed in futuristic costumes, playing music that made Robby's heart skip a beat. Nova and Orion immediately joined in, dancing alongside the musicians with such grace and energy that Robby couldn't help but follow suit. For hours, they lost themselves in the joyful atmosphere, laughing and singing along with complete strangers. Eventually, the night grew late, and the convention began to wind down. As Robby said goodbye to his new friends, he realized that he had forgotten all about his time machine. "Oh no!" He panicked, searching frantically through his pockets. "I must have left it back at the entrance." Nova and Orion exchanged knowing looks.
Don't worry. We'll help you find it, and maybe we can even convince you to stay a little longer in our time.
Without another word, the three set off into the night, ready for whatever adventures lay ahead. To be continued.
Hi, you've been listening to The Adventures of Robby Dash, Episode 1, The Day of the Dash, narrated by none other than Professor Robby Dash, featuring characters of blue-haired Orion and pink-haired Nova. Characters and story created by Mr. Robert Charles Mitchell in association with Neon Blackstone Studios. Theme song by CJ Beards. This project was made circa 2023. Thank you all for watching.